Where did we stop yesterday?
Romance.
How many of us are coming in for the first day? Okay. For those who are here, now you'll pick up from where we are. Okay?
Yes.
Now, where did we stop yesterday?
We stopped at romance.
How many can be romantic? Okay. By the time we were finishing on different notes, as in people were saying, oh, men are not romantic. Oh, women, you are expecting too much from us as men. So we had not settled our issues on where? On romance. And to some it was a noun, to some it was what? A verb. Now, can we realign our ways? Then we continue. Now, was it this year or last year? I think last year. Last year, the youth had something they were calling love as a verb. Was it?
Love is a verb.
It's a verb. And when we talk about verb, what do we mean? It's a doing word. It's an action. And I said here yesterday that love is not love until it's given what? Away. There is an action about it. Now, for women, us as women, to us romance must be a what?
A verb.
Must be a verb. But for men, for us, romance must or should, I don't know what to say now because you people, you have mixed me up. For men, it's a noun. For men, ladies are demanding too much. And there is some aspect that I picked from somebody that I am not seeing today. He said, leave alone even biblical, he was saying, how do we quantify this romance? To be able to say that now I am loved well. I am experiencing it to the, and somebody here was saying, women, you are not saying exactly what you want. It is the bedroom issues you have brought to church. And let me put it that way anyway, but it was something that was like it is not coming out clearly what exactly that thing is. But I said this, it seems to be impossible for us to be able to keep our marriages romantic to the end. But it is always possible by the eyes of God. Are we there? When God is in us, everything can be able to do what? To be possible. Now, there is somewhere I want to start. Someone said yesterday that it all depends with where you started. Men, let me start by asking the men. Men, I went to a camp meeting in Lowland. Hey, I have seen people who love each other. I have met people who love one another. I got to see a couple of 90-something and he was 95 and I think 80 something. They are just those people, very old, and they are walking this way. And the only ones I would hear the man telling the woman was Nyako, be worthy, be worthy. And he's literally waiting for that girl, Nyako. So Nyako is a girl. Yes. Just let's go. And the man is, and the other one was saying, Woi, Litmatin. Yes. You could literally see the love in their word. And you see, they are sitting in church together. They are conversing. When you are talking of something, they are saying this one, this one, this one. You see, it all depends with where you started, okay? But we can always change our narratives. Are we there? We can always change things. We can always up our games. Sometimes I usually joke with one of my house girl and tell her, pull up your socks. When she's wearing long socks, my boy will tell me, Mama, angalia huyu amevaa socks refu kama ya daddy. So pull up your socks. Whenever you want to do something good in your marriage, pull up your what? Your socks. You can do much better than where you are today. But it all depends on your world view, the way you view things. You see, with women, they want to be pampered, to be taken the way they are. By the way, someone was reminding me, we are weak vessels. Women, men, we are weak. Try to deal with us the way in that way. But that is not even what I am saying. But when you are in your marriage, know your partner. and know what is expected in your marriage. In that when you want it now, or when you want to give it away, you know what you are going to do about your marriage. Our relationships are wanting. Some of us, we even forgot on what to do to somebody to make her or him happy. We forgot, and we are just like, we have children. He said yesterday, you are too much on this chocolate and flowers, too much, until you have forgotten we have responsibilities. Let me remind you this: those responsibilities, they come second after your wife, after your husband. Are we there? Because God has just He has polished our marriage. Yes, there are our responsibilities, but know what your partner wants and know what he or she wants in your marriage. In that we can be able to keep our marriages at somewhere that we can be able to say, for sure, I can continue. Even when they are negatives, I said yesterday, even when they are negatives, we can be able to continue, because at least there are some positives that are doing what? That are pulling us together. Are we together? They are pulling us together. Now I say this before I continue on something, that we want to see, what can I do to make my marriage romantic? Are we there? What can I do? You see, I was talking to the young people in the previous camp meeting I was, the other one, not this, the last week, the other one I was, and the ladies of the youth, they are telling me, and they are affirmative on this, that we will never get married in church because as dear men are never romantic. So there is something I bought from somebody here that I want to bring on board, that I told them, you know, what is this that you call romance? Some of us being given a flower is what? Some of us being given a sweet is what? Is romance. But with men, there is a way they see romance. These men, this one, the way you're looking at them, there is a way they see romance. If they are able to provide for you, you are eating well, you are dressing, you are doing every other thing, for them that is romance. I know, Pastor, I knew you would support this one. With men, they tend to be more realistic. Are we there? But with ladies, sometimes we are pegging on small things that I call sometimes jokes. I'm not saying that we don't be given flowers, but sometimes we have a lot of jokes. Are we there? Can we live realistic life and say now there is a way when I was married, you know, you ask my mama here, she will tell you that I've been in this field for a long time. But they were disputing yesterday. They are saying like when I went to a camp meeting, somebody was saying, this girl, I'm not a girl anyways. This mother that God has given us. But the way my husband used to do things when he married me is not the way he's doing things today. But still, I know that is romantic. Are we there?
But not doing them.
I'm saying there, you know, when you are two of you, when you are dating, for example, there are things that were spoken to you that are not spoken today. But that one does not mean that this man or this woman has stopped loving you. But we are growing and knowing on which way we can be able to put our terms better. Are we there? So I'm not saying, I want this thing to come out clear. I'm not saying that you come home without a flower. You can come home with a flower. But now today, if you come with a flower, and maybe you place it there on a chair, and she comes and finds the flower on the chair, at least still admit that this man is what? Is romantic. Are we there? Are we there, ladies? This one I'm talking to the ladies and they're like, Yes, we are not accepting it. I know there are those times the flower was blown and you were given, you were kissed, you were done what, and you were seeing that the world is around yourself. Are we together? But this man also today, if he brings the flower and maybe you are not home and he puts it on the chair and you come home and you find the flower, is this man still romantic? No. You are sure? No. You are sure? No. Now let me surprise you with something. I know. Now let me tell you this. One of the ways to keep romantic life, you are there. You can be able to reach that moment of saying Nyako and Woy. Are we together? It is being realistic. Being realistic. Know that things can be able to change, but still this man or this woman is able to do what? To show some signs of love in where? in his mind, even in his actions. You know, some of us, we watch this soap opera so much, to the point that I want to make sure the way I saw another man on the TV opening the car door for his wife, and the same way I want it to be transmitted to my home. These ones are Africans. Yes. I can tell you for free. These ones are what? They are pure rules and pure kisses, that they know a man is a what? Is a man. But we are trying to tell you the ideal way of keeping your marriage what? Romantic. He can miss to open that door for you, but still he has provided for you a chance to be in that car. Are we together? Amen. Hello? Amen. Amen. You're going to walk out of this class. Are we there, friends? Yes. By the way, they can have that car and you never have a chance of getting to that car. It will be carrying some other people, but if you get a chance of getting that car, it is also given to you to be able to use at some point. You consider that one as a good word, as a good sign of a relationship that is building up. But we want to be open, be told, oh, sit properly, oh, there are things that these men, once they start living life, those things they usually say they are what? Kiddish things, but they are not anyway. You can continue doing them. Are we there? But now, if it is favorable for you, are we there? If it is what? Be realistic with life. Be realistic. Know for sure that things can be able to do what? They can be able to change. There are times for flowers. There are times for what? For school fees. And you don't have what? You don't have enough money. Are we together? So be realistic. One way of keeping romantic life. Be what? Realistic.
Thank you, Pastor. Good evening, class. Good evening. Just want to let you support the Jkia, because this question came from the ladies. They felt like their men are not being romantic enough. So, me, I'm over 20 in marriage.
Thank you.
Sorry, my wife is not here for some reasons. But I want to say this for many ladies where they never experience any romance from their husbands in long time. Ukitaka maybe shamba la maua likae vizuri, unalilimia vizuri, ama shamba umepanda chakula unalilimia vizuri, ndio ile chakula iweze kukua vizuri. Lakini most of these our ladies in the houses, unakula sahani umesahau pale kwa meza, unaulizwa kwa nini hujapeleka sahani kwa meza tena. So you live in a house which is full of manenos, full of quarrels. Your head is, so much fed up with things which do not make sense, because first the lady, Biblia inasema ya kwamba wake waheshimu wanaume wao na wanaume wa respond kwa kuwapenda wake zao. But where the ladies, they do not show the respect to their husbands, and yet you expect your husband to be romantic to you. Hata hujaangalia kama imepigwa rangi ya kazini, anapata ile vumbi ya jana tu ndio hivyo. Na labda hata wewe kazi hiyo ukipata, you expect what kind of romance from this husband you are?
Thank you. She's burning here. Please stop. Just stop. She's saying no. It can't happen now. Stop.
What I'm trying to say is that, but I think in a family you help each other. Hilda is complaining.
No. Just stop there. My next point. Help each other in domestic work. That is my next point. Now you can be able to comment on that. Yes.
I'm lost.
Don't be lost, my friend.
I want to understand. For the ladies to say that these men who are here are not romantic. With which other men have they
Ladies, the question is on the ground. Hello, girls in the house. Hello. The question is, to which other men have you compared them, so that you can be able to say they are not what? I know I am coming to that point, but that is the question from the ground. I am saying, my next point is, please help each other. Yesterday I said, one of the principles that can be able to make our marriage stronger is turning towards each other. Now, Mama is here, and those people who are 20 and above. By the way, yesterday, Mommy, I found here 20 and above, they were like 2 or 3. I think 2. Maybe today they have added. Now, people forgot, especially men. Am I talking to men in the house? Yes. The baby boys in the house, are you here? You know when your mother gave birth to you, said, oh, wow, a bouncing baby boy. Now, the bouncing baby boys, you forgot your responsibility. Do I remind you your responsibility? Yes. It is your responsibility to keep your house clean. What am I saying? To keep your house clean. I know you are African men, that one I know. But it is your responsibility. So, when I'm coming in as your wife, I am coming to help you. Is it sinking? Let it sink. Let it sink. I'm coming to do what? Now, let me tell you the reason why women will say that you are not romantic. You come home. We are going home after the camp meeting. How many are husband and wife? Let me see. Those who are here, two. You are going home. Each one of us is tired. Are we there? Yes. Then we get home. You are there on the couch. Yeah, hey. Maji upelekea kwa babu. Towel, how baby? Are we there? Ukifika kwa babu unakumbuka kwamba slippers umeacha kwa nyumba. I don't know the way you go to the bathroom. I don't know. Then you are calling again. Mama nani, bring. Then you get from the bathroom. You sit on the couch. You waiting to how to feed the children, how to be able to prepare your food, to be able to brush your shoes and other things. For sure, let me tell you, men, it is your responsibility. We are coming to do what? To help you up. But this one, I need to go to the lady's mind with caution. Are we here, women? With caution. Do not drive your car so fast and say, hey, Pastor said 180. You must be, You will miss the point, my friend. You read the poem, you are gone. So drive your car slowly. If your car is 5 kilometers per hour, make him to go 5 kilometers by what? Per hour. If he's able to feed your child and the rest is waiting, just go do the what? The rest. You see, we demand also so much to the point that they are wondering, am I the woman or am I the? But I don't know. But who said that the domestic work is for women? It's for women. Who said that? But that's what I'm saying. This is your work. We have come to do what? To help. So make sure you are doing something that, in fact, let me tell you, men, women, they are here. If you help them home, these people, even if you don't bring flowers, they are okay. Yes. Thank you. That is it. If you don't even bring flowers, they are what? They are okay. You wake up one morning, you know, it is disturbing, by the way. Let me use the examples of church elders. This one, I know they don't throw stones on me. You are a church elder, you are on duty that Sabbath. You wake up at 8. Hello? Sabbath school starts at what time in your church, here in your church? 8. Maybe 8:15. Now, are we there? So you want quickly to go to the bathroom. So you have said, Mama Nani, kishwako ni ngumu. You are rushing everywhere. Everything is turned up and about. So this woman has been left shattered. She don't know what to do and what not to do. Then she prepares you. You go to church. You leave her alone home. She has a child. She's pregnant. She has not prepared food. She's carrying everything. Akikuja kanisani, ajui ni makamasi apanguze, ajui ni jasho. She's just confused. And you want this woman to go home and say you are romantic. No. Just help each other. I've said help each other. I've not said men to do the domestic work. That's not my point. I've said help each other. Make sure your hand is somewhere. One day, my husband was ironing clothes in our house. And one of our friends, one of our very close friends, comes in and says, Amai, Yanu napiga pass. Tena, alipata akipiga pass blouse ya nani? Akamwambia, no. This is abomination. Enda where you? My husband told, unaitenda kama nani? Who? This is my home. In fact, she's my property. She's supposed to sleep. I do everything for her. Oh, that is that's my king. I love that one. Yes. Now, let me tell you this. There is no belittling in doing that work. Just know it is your work. We help each other. So that when I am tired, I can be able to be sure you are there to do what? To do something else. Are we together, friends? Yes. That is one way of keeping your life where? In a romantic way. It is not all about flowers, by the way. You knew that I'm going to talk about flowers. I'm talking about serious things here. That's why I said be realistic in where? In life. Help each other. Consider your other partner to be what? To be so important in your life. She's tired. He's tired. By the way, ladies, This one goes to us. Many of us who are housewives, I'm not going to attack anybody here, but many of us who are housewives, we have made our men not to be romantic. How? Thank you. That is the question I knew I was waiting for. You wake up in the morning. Hello? You go to Jennifer's house very early in the morning. I don't know what you go to do in her place. Then you come. He comes late in the evening. You have not even washed. You have not even cooked. You have not. That's the time you are saying, "Ata pesa skuma huku acha." Hey, shame on yourself. Shame on us ladies. You see, I don't know. My mother taught me that when I wake up, the first thing, you clean the house. If you are doing the washing, do them. By the way, if you come to my house by 10, I have finished everything. If I was to stay at home the whole day, I can able to stay the whole day without doing anything, because now everything is what? Is set and done. But when men come home and what they meet on their face, the first one, nyumba chafu, hello, vyombo iko kwa mlango, viatu zake za jana alivaa kwenda kazini, they are just on the door, and you expect this man to say that you want to say that this man is not romantic by asking that this is not done. Are we there? Help each other. Help each. This one I know for men it is hectic, but I'm asking, may your ego accept this one. Amen. May it be accepted to your mind by the, I know it is hard. Number three. Oh, make a call. Nowadays, kuna mtu ana simu. Kuna mtu ana simu. Hata mulika mwizi. You know mulika mwizi. I was describing to Ugandans what is mulika mwizi, and they were laughing so hard. So you have a phone. Friends, let me tell you. A call to know how somebody is faring in the middle of the day brings back good memories. Hello? There are people here. They have never called their wives, even for 1 week. Even when we are looking for the recent calls, sioni jina ya Pastor you anywhere. Sioni. Hello? Are we here? By the way, you go through my calls. The most recent call that I have in my calls, on my call log, is my husband, because this is one person we converse more frequent than another person. But I'm saying just a call, just one call. And what does it cost for you to make a call and say maybe, how are you? Good day. How much is that? Even a text, by the way, how much is that? $1, $3, not even a second. Just saying hello. I was just calling to know how you are faring on. I am well. Hallelujah. Yes, I'm saying it is two-way traffic. I'm not saying that you wait for a man to call. You don't also wait for Mama Nani to call. You call and she calls. Even if you call and she calls, it's okay. Make a call. This one reminds you of your good old days. But then let me ask men. How many times you were calling me when we were dating? My friend, how many times? Huh? And even those times when my mama here, they were writing letters. Letters were coming in where? In back. But today, not even a text of saying, how are you? That is wrong, my friends. You know, when you call or when you want to know how I'm faring on, it keeps me going. And it tells me that this someone, I am important in somebody's mind. Are we there? So make a call, even a text, even when you are busy. When my husband was working somewhere before he joined the ministry, I knew his routine. At 1, I will have to call. All he will be able to call. At 5, I know that now he is done with office work, maybe somewhere. He will call and say, I'm coming home. Oh, that one is a good sign that someone is coming home. It kept us going. Why? When you do that, it reminds me that I'm still what? Important. Are we there? Are we there?
Yes.
Are we there?
Yes.
Does it make sense?
It does.
Some of us here, ladies, we have called our mamas this morning like thrice, our mothers. And you have not even called your husband. Hello? Ladies, am I talking to some? I'm seeing there. Yes. You have called your mama many times this morning? But your husband? Ajipange, si ndio? Akupigie. Mommy has a question.
What do you do when
Thank you.
Are you monitoring my phone? So when you come complaining, why are you calling all the time?
What do we do? May I hear what you do?
Can I also add a part to that? A part of it.
Yes.
When you call and the phone it is not received. It is not one. You call and not receive. Ukirudi uliza kwa nini kuchukua simu unaambiwa au jui nilikuwa nafanya kazi. How do you even handle that?
Now, how do you handle such? Because I know you have met them. Those issues. How do you handle them? Wacha nisikie mgeni anataka kusema kitu. And that one that has made you to love, you are going to tell us also to love, okay?
Okay, praise God.
Amen.
I think you have answered that. Know your partner's schedule. If you know, she's given an example of her husband will be free maybe at 1 and at 5. If you know the profession, then you'll be able to know that now it's lunch hour or the shift has ended, or now the customers are few, I can check up on him or on her, then your timing will be right. Because sometimes, like for example, the doc here, you want to call the doctor and he's with the patient, obviously he will not pick. So the answer is, let's just get the schedule, whether it's business or it's work or whichever. Let's just get to know it so that we call at the proper time. But in the event that such also arise, even after knowing the schedule, please try to explain that it's a check-up call. Like for example, you fail to pick my call because if I call at an odd hour, you'll have to call back because you'll be like, why is she calling at this time? Is she okay? Has something happened? So we should also explain it that it's an emergency or maybe something happened. But if you get to ignore, like so many people with this study, I'll stop calling. What if you stop calling and you are needed most? We were given an example of somebody who they went to bed angry and then got a heart attack and was touching the other person and utanijua. So sometimes let's be fair, and men, let's stop being suspicious all the time. If you are called, or ladies, let's stop saying somebody is poking or is checking up on you. That will translate to guilt. If it was an innocent call, who has headed there? Thank you.
These ones, they were laughing. I wanted to know.
Sometimes we men, we don't call. Sometimes, let me say vile alisema, amenipigia simu, nimerudi nyumbani muuliza, kwa nini unanipigia? Kwa nini unanifanya nini? First, it depends with the tone of the call. And the question, nimechukua simu, uko wapi? Na ulijua this time I should be at work, if it is at work. Na umeanza kuuliza uko wapi? Do you think that one, there are some other information, even if you call, the tone and the question that you ask may irritate the person who are receiving the call. That is why I'll come home and ask you, unanichunga ama ni what is happening? Let's call to find out what is happening. Maybe you wanted to say hi, just do what? Say hi. But the last part nimesema, hii kitu inaumiza most of the men. Nimekupigia simu, nimekupata on another call. In fact, men will on that time hata hiyo siku utaona ako aje. Hata kaa tena atafanya nini? Anakuwa kupata on the same call. Anachukua another 10 minutes a call on the same call. Akirudi hapo kunakuwa na nini? Na some issues. So please find time what to ask, when to ask it, and if you can talk, please talk. But with me, let me speak of myself. My wife is here. Mi shida yangu ni moja tu. I can call my wife. Kuna wakati unampigia, ukirudi jioni anakuuliza ulinipigia kweli? Ndio anaenda kuangalia kwa simu, atafuta missed call kama alipigiwa. Akipata nakwambia I'm sorry. So sometimes hizi zingine nitajua tena hautachukua, so hakuna haja nifanye nini, Ni call, nitangoja mpaka unitafute.
Please pick up our call. Pick the calls. Are we there? Check on your phones to pick the calls. I don't know, Mama, what you have on the scene. Yes.
That hii simu mimi ndio naweka credit. Lakini mimi na flash hiyo. Lakini nikipiga nakuta hii simu ina
iko busy.
Now, let me ask a question.
I know credit in this phone,
Now.
but it can only speak to other people.
Okay. Ladies, please, when we load your credit, please call us. Are we together? But let me say this. Men.
Hiyo mlianza na before mkuje. Ulikuwa unawekewa credit na huko bado ulikuwa na flash.
Now let me say this. When you give us a credit, it does not mean that we have to call you. Please.
Hey. Hapo imechomeka.
Thank you. No. Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Now calm down. Yes. I need to. Lazima nichokoze these egos, okay? No. Let me say this. Okay. There is this concern. I wanted to know what's your reaction anyway. Vijana waliniambia there is a lady akatumia the boyfriend. Please call me. So the boyfriend called and said, please niweke credit. Akaload credit 100 shillings. Then akamwambia, please call me. I was calling, I was saying thank you. You people, you're also mean. But then you're also mean. This is what I was saying, my friend. When you call and you find myself, or maybe I'm engaged on another phone, it's okay. But there is not a crime to be on another call when you are calling. Is it a crime?
No.
It is not. So it is also courteous when I finish my call and I've seen you are calling to call back. Are we there? Yes, so that they cannot be able to live on suspecting us like we are calling our mothers for all the times and we are not calling them. But ideally, don't expect that because you loaded my phone, it is me also to call you every time. Just call me. It's also that credit is also meant to call other friends of mine, including you. It's okay, including you. But don't say that hiyo credit niliweka kwa hiyo simu mimi niliweka nafaa kupigiwa. Now that one you have overrun.
We massage our ego.
You massage your ego, okay?
Yes. When I call you, you're on another call.
That's what I've said.
Just like when my boss calls me and I'm on another call, I will ask that other caller, I will ask politely to hang so that I speak to my boss.
Now let me tell you.
That is courtesy.
That's courtesy, I know.
Why don't we apply a similar courtesy when it comes to this? Because if you are talking to your aunt and your husband calls you, what audacity do you have to continue talking to your aunt?
My friend, it's okay. Each of us is important. My aunt is important, you are also important. Hello? I have said this. When you find me on another call, just wait. It is courteous enough that I finish my call and call you if there was no emergency. But you see, let me tell you, you know what brings up these issues? Our relationship are one thing. There is something that I talked of yesterday about what? Communication. We have not communicated to the point that we have connected, that if you find me on another call, even if I'm talking to a friend, like my friend here, my husband calls sometimes and finds I'm talking to you. And when I finish, I'll call back and say, Daddy, I was talking to so and so. Okay, I was talking to somebody. It's not necessary that I'll be able to say that I was talking to so and so. But I was talking to somebody. Because you are not going to say that when I'm talking to Mama here, it's not important as when I'm supposed to do what? To talk to you. Let us esteem each other. Are we together? Yes. Let us esteem each other. Each one of us is important in our relationship of our families. Whether my parent, whether your parent, whether your auntie, whether your aunt. You see, some of these aunties and uncles and even our mummies and our daddies, we take some time before talking to them. Are we together? So this day, I am talking to them. How do I tell my dad, now stop a bit, I want to talk to Baba so and so, then I come back. And it was not even an emergency. Are we here? But it is also courteous when you finish your call, make sure you do what? You return the call. Are we in agreement on that? So that these men, they are not going to feel like this one is also concerned so much about what other things. I am not coming first on the list. So make sure you understand one another. You understand one another. I will tell you this as an example. I have an aunt who is in the US. There is one day I think she woke up and she wanted to talk to every other person of my family. This aunt of mine has been supporting us. I lost my mother, so she's been supporting us. So this day she calls. I was doing, I think, something. In fact, I stopped. She talked to me over 1 hour. And when she talked to me, she's asking, how is your sister? I connect my sister. So my sister is coming in. How is your brother? I connect my brother. So tell my aunt what. Then my husband called. And when he called like once, then he let it go like 20 minutes, then he called. Then he said, I know for sure today you want a very important call. Yes, I was talking to someone that I don't usually talk to regularly. So when I finished after that 1 hour, I called and said I was on another important call also, but I'm sorry. What were you saying? No. I was just checking on you and know how you are doing. We are fine. And that is it. Thank you. Are we there? Each one of us is what? Is important. Let us not make sure that we are reigning. We are here. And we are making sure that every other thing that comes now under here must be subject even when it is not supposed to be. Are we there? It is just courteous to be able to return the calls and also to know. The issue here is communication, by the way. The issue is what? Communication.
Like this.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree partly with what my brother is saying. Because, there's this relationship. Your husband and your wife, you're very close, and you have the children as well. Now, you are in the house with the children, you're calling your wife, and that phone is still busy. I tend to think that at times you can hang on so that you find out what is happening, because you may not know what is happening if you continue. Let me give you an example. I was calling my brother one day. My mother was sick, dying, and he was telling me, he responded by saying, I'm in a meeting, call me later. Do you know in the next 30 minutes my mother died? Just because he could not respond. So later on he calling me back, what were you saying? I didn't even tell him I didn't even share with him the message, what happened. He found it from somewhere because I was annoyed. Because if you are in a meeting, normally people leave meetings and even go to the loo. If you have time to excuse yourself to go to the loo, why don't you excuse yourself to answer that phone call? So I agree, sometimes it depends with the family the way you are. You are in the house, it's night, you have the children, you are calling, the number is busy, you can't be called back. So it should be weighed.
Thank you. Yes. Understand one another. Understand one another. I am insisting on communication. When you communicate, you go to understand one another. In that, I am in the middle of the sermon. Like yesterday, someone was calling, I was preaching, and I was, what is happening? Then I know between the time I was speaking and the time of finishing, I had calculated by day. I don't know whether people were able to notice this. Then it was my father calling, and I have been like a month without talking to my father, and I was like, something might not be. Then immediately we finished our divine, I stepped out and called, and he's saying, I was calling, I wanted this and this, and remember your uncle lost the mother. Some of the things that I had not even heard, it's okay. But when you communicate to get to understand one another, are we here? You communicate and you get to understand one another. Let me give you my next point so that you can be able to understand what I'm saying. I have said